Hi guys, Liz Rittiman here. I am the digital media manager at 9 Health Fair, and I've got Alex here. Alex, what's your position?
I am the director of volunteer engagement at 9 Health Fair.
All right, Edith?
I am a volunteer. I work at the front desk, and I'm a liaison for the fall fairs.
And if you're a volunteer, you probably already know these two. If you're not a volunteer, maybe consider becoming a volunteer and getting to know these two lovely ladies because they are a lot of fun, and I'm very lucky to get to work with them. And we are here today wanting to talk with you about the state of volunteerism in Colorado. And I'm going to switch the angle of the camera here, or switch what it's showing, because I got some interesting facts that we want to share with you. If you can see it here, and these are from the Corporation for National and Community Service, and it's from a survey in 2015. And it says that 29.5% of residents in Colorado volunteer. In Colorado ranks 18th for volunteers, and that's 143.55 million hours of service. $3.5 billion donated. 59.6% of Coloradans donate $25 or more to charity. So that's pretty good. That's exciting. But boy, wouldn't it be awesome if Colorado ranked #1 for volunteerism in the state?
That'd be amazing.
That would be awesome. Okay, so with me again is Alex Andrews, if you're just joining us, and I've got Edith Thompson, and we are here to talk about volunteerism in the state of Colorado. And, we've actually noticed in the last year that even here at 9 Health Fair, it's been a little harder to get volunteers than maybe in years past. And so we thought we'd love to chat with you guys about if you do volunteer, why do you volunteer? What does it mean to you? If you don't, why don't you volunteer? And maybe that reason is, I know for myself, for a while I was volunteering with my alumni organization, and I did that for a couple of years. And then for me, it just got to the point where I couldn't fit it in my schedule anymore. I mean, I was working constantly, and my work schedule didn't exactly mesh with the time of years that we were busiest doing what I was doing for my alumni organization. And so it was a really hard decision for me. I spent a month debating about it, and it really made me sad. But you got to do what you got to do, right? And I think a lot of people have that struggle to find the time they want to. People want to give back to their communities. It's just a matter of trying to find the time. And I know, Edith, you've got some great stories and examples of that. Like, what do you experience with your generation and how volunteerism has maybe changed?
Right. As a baby boomer, I found over the years that a lot of us have had to either return to work, or we're taking care of grandchildren, or we're seasonal, so we go away for certain times of the year. So we're just not able to volunteer as much as we used to. And but then again, that means other people are filling in the gaps, so we're getting younger volunteers, which isn't all bad.
No, that's a great thing. And Alex, you have some information on younger volunteers. Mm-hmm. And you were telling me earlier, Alex is actually taking a class right now about volunteerism. And you're telling me that the way younger people like to volunteer has actually changed.
It is. It's morphing. So that ask of people to come to actual physical space and dedicate hours on end, it's starting to shift. So we see with Generation Xers, that's actually the generation that you have the most volunteers from. Silent generation and greatest generation, they gave the most hours. So they would give and give and give of their time, but that's starting to change. What we're seeing with millennials is that they want to do virtual volunteering opportunities. With all generations, we're seeing micro volunteering. So that's where you can give like 15 minutes, half an hour of your time.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Can I help with packing dental bags? I go along these tables, these booths, and I pack one bag, and then I go to another booth and I learn about it. But you just did a little micro volunteering at the same time. You were giving back.
Yeah.
And maybe there's, an organization that utilized those dental bags because they don't have the money to buy dental supplies. Mm-hmm. You just gave back in a few minutes of your time. That's changing as people age. We're really busy, as Liz said. We just don't have time to give, but there's still ways. That means organizations have to be creative and think about how we engage people now, because it looks different.
Yeah, and we'd love to hear from you guys about it. How do you volunteer? What does it mean to you? Do you have questions about volunteering? Do you have thoughts on the issue? What is it for you? What does it mean to you? Why might maybe it be a challenge for you? We'd love to hear from you. Feel free to ask us your questions. We'll try to answer them the best we can. Edith, a lot of people don't realize it, but you walk into a 9 Health Fair and almost every single person there is a volunteer. All those medical professionals and non-medical professionals, they're giving their time.
Right.
Why is it so important?
Well, we couldn't offer the fairs if we didn't have volunteers. It is all volunteer run. It sure is. And most of the people who do volunteer return season after season to volunteer. And it's like old hometown week when they come together every year. They catch up with each other. Oh, what happened to you this last year or whatnot? They reconnect. Sometimes their relationship goes further. So it's very rewarding. And we have had several volunteers, well, probably more than several, actually find out that they've also had some kind of health issues at the fairs, because they can take advantage of the 20% off discount if they're a volunteer and get their blood work done. And so we've also been able to help a lot of our volunteers out as well as our participants.
Yeah. And Alex, for you, why on your end, why is volunteering so important?
Well, it does several things for people. As an individual, especially if you're young in your career, maybe you're still getting an education, you can get that real world experience. So when you're sitting in a classroom, that's wonderful and you're getting a lot of knowledge there, but actually putting that knowledge into practice, volunteerism is one of the best ways to do it. You also get that feel good kind of experience from it, so it decreases your stress. You know that you're going to get health benefits from it. You're networking, as Edith put it. You're socializing. You can use that in a way where you're just connecting with a person that you have like-minded interests, or it's furthering your career in some way, and you're actually using it to boost your resume. And it also benefits the nonprofit because, as you pointed out, we get tremendous support financially when people come and volunteer here. They know that their heart is connected to that organization, and they want to give in more than one way.
Yeah, exactly. And so again, for those of you who might be just joining us, we're talking about the state of volunteerism here in Colorado. And I have some facts up here on this whiteboard. They are from the Corporation for National and Community Service. It's from a survey in 2015. And according to this survey, 29.5% of residents volunteer here in Colorado. And Colorado ranks 18th for volunteers. 143.55 million hours of service are donated yearly, and that equates to $3.5 billion. And 59.6% of Coloradans donate $25 or more to charity. And again, going back to this number here, Colorado ranks 18th. It would be amazing to see that number go up in future years. We would love to see, more people getting involved here in Colorado with volunteering. But we know that for many of us, it can be a struggle. Finding the time to give back can be a struggle. And so we want to hear from you. Do you volunteer? If so, what does it mean to you? Like, why do you go out of your way to make time to give back to your community? And if you don't volunteer but would like to, we'd love to hear from you as well. Like, what are your challenges? What would make it easier for you to give back to your community? And one of the great things about working here at 9 Health Fair is we hear so many amazing stories. Stories about, participants, stories about volunteers. Edith, on your end, you work with a lot of our volunteers. What are the stories that you've heard that have really, made an impact on you?
Well, one of the stories that really steps out is one of our participants who came to a fair in the fall. He came up to us at the fair and was so very grateful we were there, and he said, "This is my yearly physical." So those kind of things just, are so rewarding and gives you such a passion to be there because you're really helping the community. If people come to the health fair and we can help them out that way, hopefully we're going to keep them out of our emergency rooms, our urgent cares, and then we have resources that we can share with them so that they can go to a facility and get the care that they need. So it's just really, really rewarding when somebody like that comes up, and we hear that time after time after time.
Yeah.
How thankful they are that we are there.
Yeah. Yeah, so, if you are a participant and maybe you come on a regular basis, maybe consider volunteering your time at your local fair. Again, if you do, you'll get a 20% discount, and so that's pretty awesome.
It's true. It's huge.
Yeah, so that's definitely, I think, a great reason to, if you're already coming anyway, why not volunteer?
It's a benefit now this year. Used to, our volunteers had to register on our website. Now you can come right to a fair and get that 20% discount. So we're making it easier for you to take care of yourself.
Yes.
We want you guys to be healthy too. So definitely take advantage.
And what about you? Like, what stories have you heard from your YouTube? Work with a ton of volunteers. Yes. What stories have you heard about why they do it and, what it means for them?
Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of the volunteers that I recruit are the leadership volunteers. Edith mentioned that she's a volunteer herself, so I'm recruiting leadership volunteers that know about the impact that we have on the community. But there's one particular story that happened last spring where we had one of our cashiers. We need cashiers to help run. If we don't have cashiers and phlebotomists in place, we can't even have a basic fair. So this group of cashiers at one of our sites in Arvada actually had a massive heart attack at the beginning of a fair. And another one of the volunteers, there were EMTs and paramedics right there, and the emergency doctor said that he would not have made it if it weren't for those first responders. They were volunteers. It wasn't the ambulance that responded later, it was the volunteers that were giving their time right at that fair that saved his life. So it's just amazing to be there and see the people that want to do good. They want to do good in their community and make sure to pass it on.
And that's exactly right. Like, these people, again, they're giving their time, they're donating, and that's so valuable. We cannot even express how important it is to have people donating their time, because it is, for us, it is what makes our fairs run, but not even just for 9 Health Fair, for nonprofits all across the state of Colorado. We all really rely on volunteers. So again, I want to thank Alex for joining me, and I want to thank Edith for joining us as well. And even after we're done with this Facebook Live, feel free, if you got questions about volunteering,
sign up.
Yes, you can go to our website,
yes,
at 9healthfair.org, and just click on the link volunteer. Right. It's really easy.
Yep, and we need non-medical folks along with medical folks.
That's right.
That's
right. So, and again, just for those who are just joining us, non-medical volunteers. Oh wait, we've got a. Celia says, I am a nurse and certified phlebotomist. I will volunteer more time. Just let me know. Yes, we need you. We need you.
Yes, we need you.
Yes, Alex is going to reach out to you, and we'll get you set up. So thank you so much, Celia. And again, anyone out there, if you're a phlebotomist, medical professional, I know some of our sites need dentists. We do an oral screening, so if you're a dentist, please reach out. But we're looking for breast cancer screeners as well. So if you're a medical professional that does breast screenings, please reach out. And then again, non-medical volunteers, Edith, what are those positions?
We need lots of people to help with greeting, parking, registration, being like 9 Health Fair ambassadors. They assist people through the fair, all kinds of things for us non-medical people.
Yes, yes. So, we hope to see you at a fair. Oh, Lynn, thank you. Lynn works with us, and she says it is easy to volunteer, and she wrote the link right there in the comments. Thank you, Lynn. And Celia, if you want to just direct message us, that's one way you can do it. Otherwise, I can have Alex reach out to you directly on Facebook as well.
My direct number, I'm happy to have you call me, Celia. It's 303-996-0989, or you can also go to that website that Lynn Sunshine just posted and create a volunteer account. Either way is totally fine, whatever you're comfortable with.
Yes, and if you do have any troubles with the website, just give us a call.
Give us a call.
Yeah,
we'll help you through it, step you through it, or take your name and send it to the fair that you can volunteer at.
Yeah, we want to make it as easy as possible, so let us know what works best for you. Again, even when we're done, if you have questions about volunteering, you have thoughts on volunteerism, and not just necessarily with 9 Health Fair, but anywhere in the state of Colorado, we'd love to hear your thoughts, what it means to you, why it's so important, how you make the time for it. And if not, what are the challenges that you experience? We just would love to explore this topic more, because it's just so important, again, not just to 9 Health Fair, but to all the nonprofits.
And we're very grateful for you.
We are.
Each and every one of you.
Yes. So again, Alex, thank you for joining me today.
You're so welcome.
And Edith, thank you. And we're going to sign off now, but we hope to hear from some of you. And hey, if you don't mind, just share this broadcast. We'd love it if you could share with your friends on Facebook and let them know, hey, if you're available, many of our fairs, it's just one day. So it's,
not even a full day.
It's not a full day.
It's only a half a day, basically, 5 or 6 hours out of
Yeah.
out of a Saturday normally.
Yep, and thank you,
Yeah.
Lynn. Lynn put the number up there, so if you want to call the office, you can call the office and get
Yeah.
connected to Edith or Alex. And yeah, so thanks for joining us. Please share this on your Facebook if you don't mind. We're looking for volunteers. And thank you.
Yeah, bring your friends and your coworkers.
Yes, thank you.